very important. Do you think about if your boss very clean, with clean skin, clean body, what do you feel? Healthy, right? Very comfortable, right? It's not perfect. It's very important. That means when you are learning how to take a bath to your boss, right? Even in the end of life, they very thanks to you. It's very important. Eating, right? You can fit her in a proper time. Notice any abnormality, report to your boss, right? And it doesn't want to take a break at this moment, maybe. I noticed that several times talking. Just talk to your boss, and your boss maybe take the maize in a chop it into small pieces, right? It's very important. And if your boss feels comfortable, the emotions will come out, and they will open up and will talk to you. It's trust, care and trust relationship. Is it okay? Yes. Any problems? No. Okay, going on. This is my father. He's a very he loves to play always, and I think it's related to the personality. I just talking about the diagnosis of the history is it was hypertension and also a enlarged prostate and taking medication daily. But on 2001, 10 years ago, right? And then suffer from stage 4 UCA prostate cancer. What is it? Cancer prostate. Do you know what is a prostate? Yes. Yes. Anybody don't understand? Where is the prostate? The main part. No, they report to prostate glands. Yeah, prostate gland. You understand what I'm doing right now? Why are you laughing? The book is big. No. This one is the prostate. Yeah. You know, you are a professional helpers, right? And we are open to talk about the anatomy of the DOB. Yes. Yeah. You know, this is the bladder. Okay. There is some urine coming out inside the bladder, and then pass through the prostate, and then go through the urethra and coming out, right? And that means the cancer here. Okay? They want to have a P. Yeah. Any problems coming out? I have a cancer here. What? Is it urination fluently? Yeah, the urine. No. Because there is some blockage here. Yeah. Right? Yeah. The stage 4, the reason is the cancer not just focus on here, coming out other area. Yes, that means it's spread out. Spread out. That means there are some problems in urination, and then later what's coming out. First, initially we just treated hormonal therapies because the CA prostate is can be inhibited by the hormone. Okay, therapy to treat the illness. Yeah, estrogen, raise up your hand. Estrogen, raise up your hand. Estrogen is a kind of male hormone. It is an estrogen, right? And the male hormone. Anyone agree? This kind of a GA process is have from the estrogen. Anyone raise up your hand? Yes. You agree, estrogen. And anyone agree that cancer is suffering from the male hormone? Yeah. That's why I give you some estrogen. Okay, that means if we can give some hormonal therapies to suppress the hormone, right? And then suppress the hormone, the prostate glands will become smaller. Yeah, but it's not curative treatment.
Okay. Use the Foley catheter.
What?
Foley catheter. Catheter. Just like a rubber.
Take it out. You know, I just explained. It is the stage 4. The meaning of the stage 4 cancer is not only focused on the prostate. It means the cancer is elsewhere. It is only a conservative treatment. It is not cured to suppress the male hormone, to decrease the size of the prostate, that my father can urination fluently. Are you okay? Okay. And then I just talked to him. What's the wishes of you? I play. Because at that moment, he would go elsewhere. And then, and I think his personality is loves to play, right? And then sometimes we join friends, only 1 or 2 to make a friends. Okay, we are very happy. And the next day, and then they came to the China. And sometimes I don't know where he goes. And that one, and for the retirement, that he much money to travel? No. In China, limited money. But in Europe, I have no money to support him to go elsewhere. Okay? That's why he chose China. China is a very big place and different kind of places. He likes to join with the friends together and he enjoy life. Okay? And before that one, goes elsewhere in China. And then later, we just one day he play inside the park and playing some exercise like this one. Somebody I noticed walking in this way, and I also copied to walking in this way, and what's happening?
Walking backward.
Oh, and then falling down, and then falling down, and the legs wrapping, fracture, and then fracture, and then this one. Fracture, and then later we found out this cancer cell came to the bone. Yeah, it's a cancer bone. Now, for palliative care, we just concerned. I'll give you a decision. Do you want to make an operation? I just talked to my father. My father said, I want to have an operation because I want to walk. This is only one chance I can walk. If fail the operation, I accept I can't walk. But if I don't do the operation, I can't walk forever. That's in that period during some internal fixation and a lot of blood loss. And then to give the blood transfusion, you know, any other kinds of people don't like blood transfusion?
Yes. We know it.
Jerusalem, right? Jerusalem's the patients, they refuse blood transfusion, but my father is not a Jerusalem. And then later, and that moment after the operation, we just give the painkillers. Do you remember I just mentioned about palliative care strength for their physical symptoms, right? If there is pain, we need to give the painkillers. That means medication, right? That kind of painkillers, only one cat, one baby, and then he feels no pain. And he feels more well, and also after hospitalization and back home, and then the operation also failed, and he can't walk, he couldn't walk, and use the wheelchair with the walking frame together. Is it okay? I think it's okay. And then daily we take one tablet of the painkillers, and then he feels better, and also go outside to play again. Now that one, I just mentioned about the hematuria is in the dying process. I just mentioned later, okay? This is in palliative care, and we have some statistics about some patients suffer from symptoms, right? Some patients are losing weight, right? You are very professional now, and you have your critical thinking how to think about the brain slots. Some maybe came from the illness, some maybe came from the emotion, some maybe came from the food habits, right? And then yesterday I came with Wendy's together, and we go to one old lady's home, and previously he don't like meat, and she don't like meat, don't like the tasty food, right? But to this moment, she loves roasted chicken wing. She loves, a shop to buy the soup. A shop in the NTR station, buying the soup. He loves that one. The herb soup, the herb tea. Maybe some different kind of soups in the NTR shop. Yeah. That means for the illness, some taste change. But her daughter recognized better at the times because of food preference. Right? If you are the carer, you have the ability and clever to think about what's the reason why losing weight. Okay? And also pain, 71%. That means that many patients suffer from pain. Who are 67. So let's break. I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. That means you need to treat this one as a bread. That's it. You can eat, right? Cough. How you eat, right? And you are scared about constipation. Constipation. I don't want to eat. Only taking inside and nothing outside. Yeah. Think about how to weakness is a very common. That means that we not to force. Also, I not force my fathers to take food, right? Sometimes my mother lost temper. I just make food to you, but you don't eat it. Raise me a lot of time. Why somebody smile? Is it coming from the parents? Sometimes the lips edema, right? Have a look. At that moment in the leg fracture, I recognize recognize there are some risks about the approaching that period. And then I just came with my fathers to go to the follow-up in the oncology unit, outpatient clinic. And can you make a referral to the palliative care? And I think about my father is in an end of life period. How about the doctor's response? Do you think about? How about the doctor's response? Did he follow me? No. Anyone raise up your hand? I would like to refer to the palliative care unit because my father is approaching that. Anyone agree with doctors will follow my instruction? My request? No.
Maybe no, you want
Anyone raise up your hand that the doctors don't agree to have a referral? Very brave.
yes, this doctor knows the
You are very brave, but every time you answer wrong.
maybe it's right or wrong.
Nah,
She want to try.
No. It's a very important.
Yeah.
Even I just try for other patients' benefit. I just mentioned about some medical knowledge about the benefits of the patients. And finally, the doctors will accept my referral. Every time I just voice out to my fathers, every time I voice out to different kind of patients, they know about what is the best interest of the patients, and then they will follow our advice. I just like the last week, I just go to the doctor. I said I maybe suffer from a low back pain for a period of time, but I noticed that there is a professional pain center here. Can you make a referral for me? I would like to clarify some kind of research mentioned about the inflammatory practice. There is a special drugs to decrease the inflammatory practice. Okay, I make a referral. Are you okay? That means, as we know the medical knowledge, we know the medical operation, and the doctors also strive for the best interest of the patient. They will follow. Not my ordering. I just very polite to talk about my body's approaching them. Can you make a referral to the palliative? Sure. No problems. Okay? At that moment, and when some home care nurses came to my father's home, and we mentioned about I would like to sign a consent about do not resuscitation, do not receive the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. What is this?
Do not revive the patient.
If the patients have no cure about the illness, do we need to do that one?
No need.
No need. How about my father? The cancer, not only in the prostate, also from the leg, also from the pelvis. Is it okay to do the cardiopulmonary resuscitation? Anyone agree? Keep on to do it.
Just try.
Raise up your hand.
Yes.
Yes, try to
save life.
Yeah,
To save life. To save life. Anybody agree to save life? Raise up your hand to do the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Anyone raise up your hand? Very brave. 2. Anyone? 3. Anyone? 4, 5. Anyone? Yeah. I just mentioned about you are a very good challenger that can make your classmates so brave, but they answer wrong. Now this is my father's leg, right?
Okay.
And also there is a cancer cell.
Growing in the body. Okay.
Cancer cell. Okay.
Okay.
That means the cancer, the blue dot is representing cancer cell, right? The cancer cell is not only in the prostate. The cancer cell also in the leg, right? That means there's no cure. No cure. If my father suffered from a heart attack, is it useful to save the life?
No need.
No need because no cure. No cure.
For the medical training, they are concerned about is it the best interest in the patient. Is it okay to do the resuscitation to save the lives, but the illness is not cured? It's not cured, right? And how about anybody would like me to do a demonstration about the cardiopulmonary resuscitation?
Yes,
Everybody?
please.
Okay, thank you. Lay down. You're so brave. Lay down.
Where are you laid down?
Okay, lie down here.
Right here.
I will revive you.
Are you okay?
So local.
I just protect you.
Wala ka pa yan.
I will classmate you.
They said my foot is there.
Your foot?
Yes, because I cannot hang in there. The people is here.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I think it.
Okay, kaya mo na yan.
Kaya mo na yan.
Is that
I lighter already.
Sige, bukas ikaw, ay sa linggo, ikaw na yung first owner.
it's a perfect body.
Yes, so sexy.
You know, for the demonstration about the cardiopulmonary resuscitation, we just find out which is the sternum.
Laking panitig ka
Although we
dyan.
have perfect body, but then we are the female, and don't be shy. Okay? Very brave. Okay, give a hand.
So brave.
Now, for the sternum, we just measured. It is a breast.
Yeah. Yes.
And when we just draw a line, the nipple on the left side, and then on to the right side, there is a line. It's a cross here. This is sternum.
Yes.
And we just put the sternum, and then on one finger, put the hand here,
Yes.
and then we do CPR.
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 Yes.
But at this
Online
moment,
ako.
the table is
Pag
too
ganyan,
high.
nung wala.
But I just mentioned
Oo.
a little bit to make you how to feel it.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Sakit sa buhay.
What do you feel?
I'm breathing.
Pigilan mo huminga, be. Pigilan mo huminga.
Masakit.
Okay. Because I'm afraid it hurts. Okay, that's very much.
It's okay naman.
Very good.
We experienced that before.
You are experienced before.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Okay, let's place your feet.
Let's give them a clap.
Thank you for the demo.
And I was talking about, so what do you want to do?
Let's give him a clap.
Is it great?
You feel good?
I feel the ribs. I have the same.
Ah, kaya mo yan, girls.
Some pressure.
I guess the pressure is coming up from the ribs, and it's like my breath is it's coming out like that.
That means you want to breathe, but I just compress downward. How do you feel? Is it good?
It's good.
Pressure. Right?
And the pressure will hit in the chest.
I just give some pressure to your chest area. Do you feel good, or do you feel some pressure? Is it good or bad?
The pressure is light. It's nice, not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
But in the real situation about the chest compression,
It's heavier.
quite more heavier.
Yes.
Sometimes when I do it, and I say, "Blah," what's coming up?
The The ribs, the ribs,
The wrist fracture.
that's ribs fracture.
Yeah. That means when I just do it, some pressure over the chest area, you feel some pressure a little bit,
Yes,
right? If I just press hardly and then downward heavier, and then you don't feel good.
It
Yeah.
hurts.
It hurts.
Hurts.
Yeah.
Cannot breathe.
And then if you do faster, mom, and then
The fracture risk, almost patients feel painful. And some of the patients in the United States, somebody is kindness and just save their lives, and the patients will go to the court to sue the rescue. You know?
Okay, so
Thanks a
Ay,
lot
sana
for
nanonood.
your
Thank you
sharing
po.
and experience.
okay naman time.
And then different kind, different things. Yes, I know in Philippines there is also a no resuscitation consent in Philippines. This is the kind of version, but the basic principles is we need a specialist doctor to sign the consent. We need a relatives, right? The relative is me, right? And we need the patient's agree, right? And if maybe the patient suffer from unconscious, the decision is made by the doctors and also the relatives. That's why that kind of consent is very important. When we just the patient suffer from heart attack, but cannot cure the cancer, and we are very cautious to send it to the hospital by the ambulance, and we need some wisdom to deal with the ambulance to prevent the pulmonary resuscitation. Okay? Any problems? None. In the Philippines, there also that kind of consent. And in Hong Kong, and in palliative concept, and some patients can refuse some kinds of treatment. Just like I just mentioned the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. What is the intubation? Yeah, so it's inside the airway. Okay, is it very uncomfortable?
Yeah, uncomfortable.
Yeah, very uncomfortable. That means no intubation, no hemodialysis. What is this? That means to wash blood, take out the blood and wash by a X-ray machine, right? And the patients have rights. I don't want to receive it if the illness cannot be treated. Okay. And then stop medication and antibiotics. And as I work in the OH home, some of the elders suffer from repeated pneumonia. That means the chest infection. And the relatives said, I feel sad about every kinds of chest infection. And the doctors advise, if we just give this course of antibiotics, if it is not work, I will not give another advanced dose of antibiotic. Are you okay? And the family said, this decision is best for you to make rather than, are you okay? And that's have some clinical experience about stopping antibiotics. And sometimes, some nutritional supply inside the intravenous, inside the vein, inside the artery, do you know? Do you know it? It means some patients, if they are not treated the illness, there's no need to give the expensive medical nutritional supply to the client. Because if we give some nutrients directly to the body, 2 years ago, it is one bag, $1,000. One bag, $1,000 just given to the body directly. you know, one day $1,000, and then 30 days, $30,000 is horrible, not including other medical charges, right?
Of course, fee as well.
Yeah. And also the pacemaker, that means somebody have not work in the heart disease, right? And put a small machine here, okay? To stimulate the heart function, okay? Sometimes some patients have problems. And also recently, and also these patients, there is no treatment about the cardio capitalization, that means no operation, because of the severe heart disease. And the last treatment we choose is to do the natural therapy. No blood transfusion. I just mentioned about the DYOSA, right? No blood products, same principle. Okay? I just mentioned about a little bit about my father. I would like to just talking about 15 more minutes and then I'm stopping. Okay. My father, and at this moment, diagnosed the CA prostate, right? And then he chose to go elsewhere and go back to the China for the countryside. That means the place he born, right? Because and when he was young, he was very poor because her father died. That means my grandfather died, right? Earlier, when he was 4 years old. Is he very poor? So poor. He has a younger brother also. Yeah. And her mother, that means my grandmother, will not get another marriage to just support the children going up, right? And my father's over 10 years old, maybe 12 or 13, and he came to Hong Kong from the China because no money, right? And then at that moment, and for the small kids, they think about I'm very poor. I know physical needs is very important. Have enough place to live, safe place to live, and much food to eat, right? And then the little kids think about my life goal is to earn money to support my family. That means countryside families, right? And the countryside families has my grandmother, right? And also her younger brother, his younger brother. Is that okay? And then later, and when he came to Hong Kong, and he's a very helpful person and helps some friends, also in the countryside, and when he was young. And I just tells my father, I have no money, we have family, we have children, can you lend me money? Did my father's lend money to them? Do you think that? Did my father agree to lend money to them?
If he had money, that's why maybe he did not.
Maybe yes, maybe or maybe no. We don't know. My father is not too tall, but in a big, strong. Yeah, and in the young age, he can earn money in just lifting that different kind of books and to earn money.
He's very independent.
That's why when some friends seek help to him, and also he's willing to lend some money to them.
If he has an extra, he will.
Yeah. Now, this is a kind of a personality, right?
Yeah.
And the personality maybe came from the wishes since for the kids, maybe at the 12 years, and I need to save money and to save the family, right? And at that moment, and after the retirement, do you think that one person needs to we have a family, he has the 4 kids, right? 4 kids, and also he needs to take care of the countryside, and that means his elder brother, right? And then my grandmother died many years ago. That means, do you think that if he have money after retirement, he has to needs to support the countryside and need to support our family? Do you think that my father have much money after retirement?
No, not really.
Yeah,
Not much saving.
Not saving.
this is the right answer. Congratulations, there's no money in the retirement period. And the feelings about the retirement no money, do you think it's unsafe? You say?
Yes, it's
And say,
Only support by us, right?
yeah, you will feel hopeless.
Yeah. Feel good. Feel good. No money in the retirement.
Savings.
And at that moment, suffer from the illness, I just mentioned about what do you do it? You want to go back to the countryside to see the living conditions of your family. Do you think that's, and then we just accompanied to my father's to go to back to the countryside. You see, oh, very good. They are in a very good living. Have place to live, right?
Simple life.
Because my father buys the land, over 1,000 feet, right? And then my father's brother families over 20 to 30% living here. It's a very big family, right? That means if we just to sell the land and then to take back the money, and then they have no place to live. Does my father agree to sell the land? No. Yeah.
That's your investment.
Yeah.
For the families.
Why? My father is not willing to sell. Why?
So it's because it's his investment. It's from hard work.
Just simple thinking. What's the reason why? If my father can sell the land and then he has some money for the retirement, but why?
Because this land will stay for the kids, for the children, for your
Yeah.
people, for your daughter and
For the countryside, that means her brother's family, right?
family members.
Yeah. That means the refusal for sales land is came from the law, right? Yeah, and the riches came from the kids. Stage. First, when my father was 12 years ago, and then the thing about the life goal is to save the family, right? And then even in the over 70s old men, they cannot do the actions with sales land, right?
It will leave us memories.
But we need to understand what the condition, what the living quality in the countryside, right? And then let the feelings out. My father is very angry about no money after retirement. Do you think my father is very angry?
No.
Because you're happy,
He's happy that he have
helping.
Emotion is very complicated. I just mentioned about later I showed you one of the psychologists about one person's reality, and also very helpful to you. That means when he was young, he was ability to earn money, but in the retirement and suffer from illness, does she have ability to earn money?
No more.
There is no money. And when he was young, he willing to help people, right? Yeah, and willing to help people, but suffer from illness, anybody help her? help him?
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Maybe some people he help before, like village
Yeah.
Just have
a friend.
For the psychological and spiritual care is the exposure about some feelings, just like anger. My father feels people cannot be trusted. Every time they need help, they came to seek me help. I just lend money to them. But when I have difficulties, and then they refuse to help me, that means get some hurt, right?
Yes.
I help you, you don't help me, right? It is related to
I block you.
It is related to the mental health about the peacefulness amongst people. But we also need to have a wisdom to living with people. Just like I received the phone this morning from the health department, I just choose the language is the Cantonese, but the people speak Mandarin to sort out some my medical concern. I just challenge you. This is the private mobile number. I don't believe it's the department health because today is Sunday, right? That means the phone has some. I just mentioned to my fathers, what kind of person you choose to be a good friend, and what kind of people you need to trust according to the World Health Organization about the medical. Okay? My father said, I agree with that. Are you okay?
Yes.
In the counseling process, we need to sort out the thoughts about some hurts. Came from some belief, when he was young, right? I need to say the violence, right? And then when later back to the Hong Kong again. But it's a really good experience to acknowledge they are in a good living condition. And my father's loved them and don't want to self-select that they have no place to live. Are you okay?
Yes.
There is some anger about lost money after retirement. Some anger, nobody help when I'm inside. Okay? And the angers behind is some kind of sadness, right? Sadness about he loves the countryside family very much, right? But lucky we are growing up. We can support. What do you think about yourself? Same condition. Let leave some space, okay? And then we can draw it in the paint. Are you okay? Which is which is in the shower, right? Which is in the shower, right? Now, psychological and spiritual is a very complicated emotion. And one's body drive maybe came from the childhood. That means my father. I have spirit. I have strength to save my family from years ago, right? And then the richest thing I alive. I want to save my family. I want to help my family. And some friends seek me help, I can help them. Is it okay? To the young age, to the adult, and to the first life, right? But at that moment, I just think my father's affirmation. Do you think that is safe to families? My father said, yes. What kind of families is safe? We are going up. Do you agree? My father said, yes. And how about the families in the countryside? You give them place to live. You give them money to buy food. Yes, you're great. You're proud. I'm proud of you. And then one person can say to family, what's about the emotion from my family after the stage?
Happy to see life, to give grace.
Yeah. That means the development of self is the contribution to the family. Are you okay? If even in the sickness, if we just my father not to pain, the physical condition is okay, right? And then we just to give some affirmation about his contribution in the whole life, and he feel satisfaction. You need, right? It's really good. It's a kind of a pre-bereavement intervention is aligned with you. Okay? I just talking about some hurts from their families in the countryside. Always seek money. Okay? You have the same experience?
Yes. Here working, save money. And then
You buy a nun, like your father buy a nun.
send food, send clothes, send everything. And then we are here working, save money. Without money, the
My
money
father died at about 79.
Oh.
Okay? That means you are very young.
Yeah.
You have the same conditions. That means 80 years ago, the same experience is as same as you. But you are young. But you are more educated. But you can have a critical thinking about your life choice. How to save your family in the right way. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you think that is useful for you to think about?
Yes.
Really good. That means during the emotional expression before death, during hospitalization, we feel deceived from the countryside family, always seeking money, right? Very angry. The angry behind is a kind of love and sadness. Love to the countryside families, love to us, right? And also the later, my father forgiveness. My father, I don't want to sound like they need place to live. Do I need to inform them you are in a dying process? No need. Because we have yours. I'm okay. Are you okay? And then that's why the forgiveness, there is no need to somebody say sorry to you. But the patients can give it down some hurt emotions and then to came across life, especially if think about some healings is by the church precedes. As we talking about this psychological care and the spiritual care is concerned about the development of self, right? We need to confirm one person's contribution. And also happiness. We just to confirm herself, and then he feels fullness, feel happy, right? Just like ours. It's a kind of good mental health in World Health Organization. And in this process, I give my father some sadness. It's a very meaningful admission, right?
Okay.
Very light.
Yeah, some sadness. My father cry sometimes. He sadness about deceit from the countryside. And to let some anger coming out. What's the anger inside? Can you tell me? I'm here, you are very angry. What's angry inside? They deceive my money. I'm very angry. I'm no money now. Just to give some space towards them, right? And the finally, alive. Is it okay for my family to die
Like
in a
one
peaceful
one,
way?
like one one.
For my parents die in a peaceful way? Do you think that? Yes, my father died. That means during hospitalization, this is a few years ago, my father's, we will have a dinner together, right? And also during the hospitalization, the church Christians who came to the hospital, and I just said, you said, nobody can trust in the world. I just challenged my father. How about this kind of person? He came to visit you, to buy some fruits to you, to pray for you. What do you think they deceive you? You think about no. He give me money, give me some gift. Right, pray to me, support me. That means the life experience about the hurt, right? The life experience about some friends or the countryside families also, but filled up by the church visit to challenge my father's belief about nobody can trust. And my father said, you said right. Some people are kindness, but need to have wisdom to do it. Are you okay? Yeah. That means if you try to pay, some of the will can be healed. That means even illness is not a good experience, but we can see it in a right way. Is it different? It's different. That's why I'm learning and also can share to you. And this one we can share to others. It is different, right? Anybody wants to voice out? No. Psychological and spiritual care means an unfinished business. I always ask my father. My last business is that we go to the Taiwan travel, and then after the leg operation, and then he go to the Taiwan and very happy, even in a wheelchair. It's the last business, okay? And then the airline top up in the top class. It's the first time he enjoyed in the top class airline service. I have never experienced, right? So expensive. And then affirmation, my father's contribution to his life, right? It's very important. And then to work through different kind of emotions such as anger, sadness, and love, he can give up the anger and forgiveness to the countryside. Is it very meaningful? Preparation of that where he would go, and sometimes when during the hospitalization, this body died, and we just talk together. What do you think about this old man? Yes, he is dying. What do you think that? That's he peace? Yes, he's peace. Do you think that it's very terrible during dying? No, it's not terrible. It's happy to die.
Does he forgive them?
He accepts time. Yeah. Because do you remember? Do you remember? And previously, and then at the end of life, my father suffered from hematuria. This one. Remember? Bleeding. Yeah. Bleeding. Yeah. Because the cancer in bleeding here, and then we cannot control it. That means my father in the end of 2015 suffered from the hematuria, massive bleeding, and died.
But she died happy.
I think I just have this one. We are talking about the haven. What is haven? What is his haven place? I think some questions to my father. Heaven, okay, you want to go.
When you die, you go to heaven or hell.
Afterlife.
Afterlife. Internal place of the spirit.
Oh, okay.
Eternal
You
life.
choose.
Eternal life.
I just give some pages. What kind of heaven you want to choose?
It's called heaven.
This
God.
one is good.
Yeah. The blue one.
Paradise. And that one, at this place, he wants to go home. And then he needs to eat a lot. And then back home. But later, the materials appears in. And then my father said, it's terrible. I'm keep alive, but bleeding always. It's terrible, no quality of life. I want to way the truth is alive to the end. I give you choice to my father. And then later, it is the dying process. It is a dying process phase. That means, is it peaceful?
Yeah, sleeping.
And that, and because during our cares, I noticed a different kind of, I need to talk to the doctors to increase some medication. And you know, in the public hospital, the quality care is limited. That means I acknowledge and I need to have some training. It's lucky for me to talk to the doctors to increase some medication. And then later the face become peace, right? There is no pain, just living, just relax. Do you think about there's a need to eat? No need. No need to eat. And then later, my father, sometimes the medication is leaving, sometimes the medication is not paid, and sometimes the medication, some patients is very complex, right? And we also advise to give a little bit. And then later, just like a sleeping appearance, is it okay? This is a very positive way about the end. Okay?
Because he looks like he's full. He's
Just sleeping.
ready to go.
Ready to go. Yes. Okay, I think you say.
Because ready to go, I said let it go. He's tired.
Now, I just mentioned about in the real life situation, there is no perfect in end of life.
Sometimes
Depends on the family members. Depends on because I'm medical professional, right? Sometimes I can observe there is a need to talk to the doctors to change some medication. But if for the families they have no medical professional, how do I do it? It means there is a need to support by the interdisciplinary approach, medical professional. Are you okay? The study about good death. The study about what is the meaning of a good death. Good death, that means the same to study, the same principle is no pain. No pain is very important. And then the preparation of dying. The years by dying, right? We need the preparation. Feeling fruitful, that means the life will build. And you have a very good contribution in your life, right? And then dies peacefully. It is a good study about the good death.
why do elderly
Because
he's tired, they are tired.
They don't want to suffer.
why do elders want to die?
They don't want to suffer a lot.
Yeah, very clever.
They are tired already. And
No,
then they
because
are ready.
I don't
want to feel the pain. What? They don't want to feel the pain.
Because she
I
thinks
don't
that
want
she
to
is,
feel the pain.
because she thinks she's burden in the family.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're over.
Very good, Ate.
That is the conclusion. It's about what is control, no need, euthanasia. I don't want to die. Okay, no pain, I don't want to die. Administration don't want to die. Okay. And also, that's In the Philippines, same principle.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the law in Philippines?
They get their own life. They are
How about the law in the
to
Philippines about the
hear
end
about
of
the
life?
principle in the Philippines about the end of life.
Yeah, I have insurance maybe.
No, end of life in the Philippines, it depends naman. Because according to their beliefs, that Muslim in Philippines, we are not the same, but Catholic, like the.
There are many religious and then different kind of end of life.
And also,
Some-
when I just read it in some research about the Philippines. And they also mentioned about the do not resuscitation
Yeah,
concept.
if they have life support from the hospital,
Yeah,
you need to sign a waiver to the hospital to that you are willing to accept what's going to happen if you already start to do the self-support.
yeah,
And then let the patient rest in peace.
yes.
And
Same principle about the private
ang
hospital.
away mo no
In Hong Kong, and the end of life is not perfect. Okay, and then something your student talk about the insurance, and if in Philippines the insurance is not too high, I recommend you buy it. And
If you are poor, you die. If you're rich, you
Just like my mother. When my
just
mother
take a
died,
long direction about buy the insurance. At this moment, there's no need. Seems waste money,
Yeah.
but times goes on.
It's okay.